Rain hammered against the school courtyard as students ran for cover. But Jae-min didn't slow down. He darted through the gate with his backpack over his head, splashing through puddles while a group of girls squealed at the sight of him. They'd been waiting, some pretending to fix their hair, others pretending they just happened to be outside in a storm. But the moment they saw him sprint in, soaked and breathless, the courtyard exploded with whispers. That's him, the new Korean guy. He's even cuter in the rain. Oh my God. Is he in our grade? Jae-min tried to bow politely, out of habit, but a girl screamed like he'd just proposed to her. He flinched, startled, and hurried toward the entrance. Another group of girls rushed to open the door for him, practically fighting for who would touch it first. But as he slipped inside, dripping water across the floor, someone brushed past him without even a glance. Amara. She held 2 textbooks against her chest, earbuds in, eyes fixed ahead like she didn't notice all the chaos, or like she refused to acknowledge it. As the girls stared after her, offended, Jae-min found himself frozen, watching her walk down the hall with steady, confident steps. No giggling, no staring, no blushing, just nothing. And somehow, that nothing hit Jae-min harder than all the girls screaming his name. He blinked, water running down his face, unsure if she truly didn't notice him or if she simply didn't care. Back home in Seoul, he used to be invisible. But here, he was the center of attention, and he hated it almost as much as he didn't understand it. Yet for the first time since arriving, the attention felt irrelevant, because the only person who didn't look at him was the only one he suddenly wanted to notice. As he stood there staring after her, Brianna, one of the popular girls, stepped in front of him with a flirtatious smile. "Hey, Jae-min, need help finding your homeroom?" she cooed, running a hand through her braids dramatically. Jae-min gave a polite half-bow. No, thank you." His accent made the girls around her melt. Another girl quickly chimed in. "We can show you around, like the whole school, or the city, or the country." The girls laughed like it was the funniest joke ever told. Jae-min glanced past them, searching for the girl who walked away without acknowledging him. But she was gone. Who is she? He wondered. He barely had time to process before the bell rang and students scattered. Brianna and her friends latched onto him like a welcoming committee, pulling him toward class. In the classroom, whispers swirled around him like smoke. "He's so cute. Look at his skin. I heard he's from Seoul. Like, K-drama Seoul. I bet he can sing. Or dance. Or both." Jae-min quietly took the empty seat by the window, trying to shrink into it, but everyone kept staring. Everyone. Except Amara, who strolled in a moment later with her hoodie up, eyes on her phone. The classroom shifted. People made space for her the way they make space for a storm. Not because she was angry or mean, no. Amara simply moved through life with the kind of energy that said she didn't need anyone's approval. She didn't play into trends. She didn't chase popularity. She didn't compete. She was her own entire world, and everyone respected it, even when they pretended not to. She sat down in the seat 2 rows ahead of him. Jae-min straightened. She still hadn't looked at him. Not even once. His chest tightened, not with annoyance but fascination. The teacher began, and Jae-min tried to focus. But every time Amara raised her hand to answer something, he found himself studying her confidence. Every time she tucked her braids behind her ear, he stole a glance. When she frowned slightly at a wrong answer, he wanted to know what she was thinking. He didn't understand why he felt drawn to her, especially when he didn't even know her name yet. During break, he gathered his courage and stepped out of the room, spotting her by her locker. She tapped her foot rhythmically, lost in whatever music played through her earbuds. Her lips moved slightly, maybe singing along. He inhaled. "Okay, just say hello." Simple. Friendly. He approached slowly, practicing the introduction in his head. "Annyeonghaseyo, no. English. Hi, my name is..." He stopped in front of her. She didn't notice. He cleared his throat softly. Nothing. He tried tapping lightly on the locker beside hers. Still nothing. Finally, he gently waved a hand in her line of vision. She pulled out one earbud and looked at him, expression flat. Yes. Her tone wasn't rude, just neutral, like she didn't have time for games. Jae-min swallowed. Hello. My name is Jae-min. She blinked once. Okay. He froze. And your name is? Her expression didn't change. Amara. Ah, Amara. He repeated carefully, wanting to pronounce it right. She nodded once. Yep. All right then. She put her earbud back in and shut her locker. He stood there, stunned. That was it? No squealing? No, you're so cute? No flirting? Just, all right then? Brianna watched the entire exchange from across the hall and nearly choked on her bubble gum. Oh, she did not just walk away from him, she hissed. Her friend smirked. Maybe he just wasn't her type. Brianna glared. Everyone likes him. Apparently not her. As Amara walked away, unfazed, Jae-min felt a frustrated curiosity spark inside him. Not anger, just a sudden, burning need to understand. Why wasn't she affected by him like everyone else? The rest of the day didn't get easier. Girls kept slipping him notes. Some asked for selfies. Others asked him to pronounce their names in Korean. Some even tried to speak Korean to him using words they clearly learned from K-dramas. But every time, his eyes drifted toward the quiet girl who wasn't paying him the slightest attention. During lunch, he spotted her again, sitting with two friends, laughing softly. Her laughter was warm, unfiltered, genuine. He watched from afar, forgetting his food completely. His new friend Malik nudged him. You checking out Amara? Jae-min panicked. No, I just, Malik chuckled. Relax, man. Everyone notices Amara. She's just, not easy. Not easy, Jae-min echoed. Yeah, she doesn't care about popularity or guys chasing her. You gotta come correct. Malik grinned. But if you're thinking about shooting your shot, hey, I respect it. Jae-min's heart thumped. I'm not. She didn't look at me. That's exactly why you're interested, Malik said. Before Jae-min could respond, the teacher announced, Class, your semester project partners will be assigned today. The students groaned. Jae-min looked toward Amara instinctively. The teacher smiled. Amara and Jae-min. The cafeteria erupted. Amara froze mid-bite. Jae-min's breath caught. Malik just slapped the table. Oh yeah, this is gonna get interesting. The cafeteria filled with instant chatter as Jae-min and Amara stared at the teacher like they both heard the wrong thing. Amara set down her fork slowly, eyes narrowing at nothing in particular. Jae-min, on the other hand, felt his pulse jump straight to his throat. Around them, whispers flew like sharp little arrows. Why her? She doesn't even like him. Brianna's gonna flip. Oh, this is about to be a show. Amara wiped her hands calmly and rose from her seat. Her friends stared at her with wide eyes. Girl, you good? Nina asked. Amara shrugged. It's just a project. Yeah, but with him, her other friend, Talu, whispered. The whole school is obsessed with him. He's just a new student. Nothing special. Amara brushed the crumbs off her hoodie and slung her backpack over her shoulder. From across the table, Jae-min watched her walk away again. She didn't even look in his direction. Not once. Malik nudged him. Bro, you gonna talk to her or stand here looking like you got hit by a bus? Jae-min exhaled, grabbed his tray, and stood up. I will talk to her. Later. Later. Malik scoffed. By later, the whole school will have invented 50 stories about y'all already. He wasn't wrong. As soon as they left the cafeteria, phones were out. Some students were recording reactions, some were already making memes, and Brianna, arms crossed, jaw clenched, looked like she was preparing for war. She stalked straight toward him. Jae-min, she said, her smile tight. Hey, Sue. The teacher paired you with Amara? Yes, he said cautiously. Well, she said, stepping closer. If you don't want to work with her, you can ask to switch. I'm sure the teacher will understand. You're new. You need someone who can help you adjust. He blinked. But I don't need to adjust. She laughed too loudly. You know what I mean. Someone friendlier. Jae-min frowned. Amara was not unfriendly. Brianna's smile twitched. Okay. But she's not the best match for you. She's just different. Different how? Jae-min asked carefully. Brianna picked at her nails like she was trying to look casual. She doesn't fit your vibe. My vibe? He echoed. Well, yeah. You're cute, you're sweet, you're popular already. You need a girl who matches that. Someone like Brianna. Malik cut in sharply, stepping between them. He didn't ask for dating advice. Back off. She glared. I wasn't talking to you. And he doesn't need you to talk for him, Malik said. Jae-min bowed slightly. Thank you, Malik. But I think Amara is fine. Brianna froze. Fine. Fine, he repeated. She clenched her jaw and spun away, stomping down the hall. Her two friends followed behind her like angry storm clouds. Malik whistled. You just made an enemy. Jae-min rubbed his forehead. I didn't mean to. That's how it works here. Girl likes you, you don't like her, boom. Drama. Welcome to America. Jae-min sighed. This school is intense. Yup. But hey, Malik smirked. At least working with Amara will be fun for you. Fun? That wasn't the word. Confusing. Stressful. Intriguing. All at once. After school, he found Amara at a shaded bench outside. Reading. She looked peaceful. Like the chaos of the school day never touched her. He hesitated before stepping closer. She sensed movement and lifted her eyes. Oh, she said flatly. You. Jae-min blinked. Is that bad? No. Just factual. She closed her book. You're here about the project? He nodded. Yes, I want to work on it early. She stood and slung her bag over her shoulder. Me too. I don't like last-minute work. You free after school tomorrow? Library? Yes, he said quickly. Too quickly. I mean, yes. Tomorrow. Cool. She started walking. He scrambled. Wait. Amara? She stopped and looked back. His heart thudded painfully. Do you, not like me? Her brow rose slowly. I don't know you. He swallowed. Do you want to know me? She blinked, surprised by the question. Why? He opened his mouth, then closed it. He honestly didn't know how to answer that without sounding weird. She let out a small breath. Look, Jae-min. Everyone's acting crazy around you because you're new. That's all it is. People like new things. Shiny things. They'll calm down eventually. I don't want them to like me, he said softly. Then stop giving them attention. I'm not, he said firmly. I only tried talking to you. That stopped her. Her expression flickered. She wasn't expecting that. She cleared her throat. Okay, well, see you tomorrow. He watched her walk away again, feeling a strange ache in his chest. She didn't smile at him. She didn't flirt. She didn't giggle or toss her hair or try to impress him. She was just real. He walked home wrestling with the feeling. It stuck with him all night, twisting tighter with every minute. The next day at school, things escalated instantly. Girls were dividing into teams. Team Brianna. Team, let him date whoever he wants. Team, why her? Rumors started forming like storm clouds. I heard she rejected him. No way. He probably rejected her. He looked at her in math. They're totally a thing. Oh, Brianna is furious. By lunch, the boiling tension could have cooked eggs. And then the worst possible thing happened. Amara walked in holding her tray, and the room went dead silent. Every head turned. Eyes locked on her like she was the villain in a movie. What is their problem? She muttered under her breath. She spotted her friends and walked toward their table, ignoring the stares. But halfway there, a girl accidentally bumped into her, spilling juice down her sleeve. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, the girl said, her tone dripping sarcasm. Amara didn't flinch. You did that on purpose. What? No, I just... Save it, Amara said, wiping her arm calmly. Try again when you grow up. The girl's jaw dropped as Amara walked past her. The entire cafeteria whispered. At his table, Jae-min stood up fast. She is being bullied? Malik glanced at him. Bro, chill. This is girl drama. You don't want to get into that. No, Jae-min clenched his fists. This is because of me. Oh yes it is, Nina said, appearing behind him with a tray. And it's gonna get worse. He swallowed hard. Then, he said determinedly, I won't let her deal with it alone. He marched across the cafeteria, past the stairs, past the whispers, and straight toward the table where Amara sat. Her friend's eyes went wide as he approached. Amara looked up slowly, confusion knitting her brows. You good? Jae-min swallowed. Can I sit with you? The cafeteria gasped. Phone cameras lifted. Brianna dropped her fork. Amara blinked, stunned. Why? Because I want to, he said quietly. Nina smothered a squeal. Tolu choked on her drink, and Amara just stared at him like he was speaking another language. Her lips parted slightly. Fine, she said, and that one word sent a ripple across the school that no one could stop. Amara sat silently as Jae-min walked beside her down the hall, the tension between them heavier than any chatter around. Students whispered and peeked around corners, but she didn't care. Not really. She had learned long ago that most people thrived on drama, but she had no interest in feeding it. So, Jae-min started, nervously kicking at a stray paper on the floor. This project? Are we okay working together? Amara raised an eyebrow. I don't see why we wouldn't be. Her tone was flat, but her eyes held a flicker of curiosity. He laughed nervously. I mean, I just, sometimes people, he trailed off. Sometimes people are annoying. Amara finished for him. She glanced at him briefly. If that's what you mean, then yes. Annoying people exist. Jae-min chuckled, relieved. Yeah, that's what I meant. I just, wasn't sure how you'd react. You don't seem impressed by anything. Amara's lips curved slightly. I'm not impressed by random attention, or loud compliments, or drama. His chest tightened. That not impressed line, it made him want to try harder. Not to win her like a trophy, but to see her notice him genuinely. The first study session in the library was awkward at first. Silence hung over the table, broken only by the scratching of pens and the occasional page flip. Jae-min tried making small talk, telling her about Seoul, about the music he loved, the drawing he did in his spare time. Amara listened quietly, occasionally asking questions. Her curiosity wasn't fake. It was sharp and precise. When she spoke, he noticed how she thought through her words carefully. You really like K-dramas? She asked, smirking slightly. I do. But not all of them. Mostly the music ones, he said with a shy smile. Of course, she said, almost teasing. You're the new cute guy who sings and draws. That fits perfectly. He laughed, a little embarrassed, and she chuckled too. It was light, but something in the air shifted just a fraction. Outside, whispers of their partnership had already reached every corner of the school. By the next day, rumors were swirling wildly. I heard she's paired with him, one girl whispered as Amara walked past. Yeah, and she's not freaking out. She's calm. How? Maybe she likes him? Amara could feel the stares burning, but she ignored them. Not because she was brave, but because she simply didn't care what anyone thought. Jae-min, on the other hand, wasn't so calm. Every glance from a student or comment whispered in the hallway made his stomach twist. He was used to being the center of attention, yes, but he had never wanted the attention this way. Not the gossip, not the assumptions, not the endless teasing. He only wanted Amara. And the more he tried to understand her, the more he realized she wasn't just different or hard to impress. She had a strength, a depth he'd never encountered before. Every rejection, every flat tone, every dismissive glance only made him more determined. Not to break her, but to see the real Amara beneath the calm exterior. That determination, however, didn't go unnoticed. Brianna and her friends had taken notice immediately. Oh my God, Brianna whispered, poking her friend. They're actually talking, like for real, and she's smiling. Look at that smile. It's so tiny, but it's there. Her friend scoffed. She doesn't even know him. She's just being polite. No, Brianna hissed. It's too genuine. He's hooked. The day of their first actual project work outside of class, Jae-min and Amara were assigned to a quiet corner in the library. Jae-min opened his notebook nervously. Where should we start? He asked, trying to sound casual. Amara leaned over the table and tapped her pen on the pages. I say we split the research. You take the history. I'll handle the analysis. Then we combine everything. Sure. Sounds good, he said. The silence returned for a few minutes, but now it was comfortable. A few glances, a few shared smiles over small jokes, a few moments of laughter. They were slowly bridging the gap. But then came the first real tension. Why are you even here? Brianna's voice cut across the library like a knife. She leaned against the doorway, smirk plastered across her face. Seriously, Amara, why are you working with him? Don't you know he's the center of attention for a reason? Amara looked up calmly. I'm working with him because it's a project, not because I care about popularity. Brianna's smirk faltered. Oh, so you don't like him? I don't know him well enough to like him, Amara replied evenly. Jae-min's jaw tightened slightly, but he stayed silent. The last thing he wanted was to escalate drama with Brianna. Pfft, Brianna scoffed. Good luck keeping that attitude when he's… Brianna, Amara said, her voice sharp now. Please leave. The smirk faltered completely. Brianna blinked, taken aback. You can't. I said leave, Amara repeated, calmer this time but final. Brianna's friends tugged at her sleeve. We'll leave, for now, one whispered. Brianna glared back once before exiting the library, muttering under her breath. Jae-min exhaled deeply. Wow, that was impressive. Amara looked at him, unamused. It's called boundaries. You should try it sometime. He chuckled. Touché. Despite the tension, something shifted. Jae-min realized he wasn't just drawn to her because she ignored him. He was drawn because she was herself. Uncompromising, unapologetic, honest. And every interaction, every small victory in conversation, only pulled him closer. By the end of the day, they had worked through half the project, their teamwork surprisingly seamless. Okay, Jae-min said finally, packing his notebook. We should do this again tomorrow. Same time. Amara nodded. Same time. As they left the library, Jae-min glanced around nervously. He knew the whispers would follow them. Rumors would circulate, and Brianna would be scheming even more. But he didn't care. All that mattered was Amara walking beside him, looking down at her notes, occasionally glancing at him with an expression he couldn't quite read, but one that made his chest ache in a way that was both terrifying and exhilarating. That night, he lay awake thinking about her. The way she had stood up to Brianna, the way she had ignored him at first, the way she laughed softly at his awkward jokes. He realized, for the first time, that being the new cute boy didn't matter at all, because he only wanted one person's attention, and that person was Amara. The next day at school, the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Every glance seemed magnified, every whisper sharper than before. Brianna and her friends were lurking, ready to pounce on any interaction between Jae-min and Amara, but neither of them flinched. Jae-min had made up his mind. No matter the gossip, no matter the stares, he wouldn't let anyone intimidate Amara. Not anymore. During lunch, Brianna sidled up to their table, her voice dripping with mock sweetness. So, Amara, still ignoring everyone else for our little project hero? Amara looked up calmly, her expression unreadable. I'm focusing on the work. Unlike some people, I don't live for attention. The cafeteria erupted with whispers. Phones were out. Cameras zoomed in. Students leaned in to catch every word. Brianna's smirk faltered. Jae-min leaned slightly forward, keeping his voice low but firm. She's right. This is about the project. Not you. Not anyone else. So please step back. Brianna's eyes widened. She wasn't used to anyone challenging her, let alone a quiet, polite transfer student. Excuse me? She spat. I said step back. Jae-min repeated, now louder, his accent clear and deliberate. This isn't about popularity. It's about respect. And you've crossed the line. For the first time that week, the cafeteria went quiet. Everyone held their breath. Even Brianna's friends looked shocked. Amara's lips parted slightly in surprise. She hadn't expected him to confront her, not publicly, not like this. And yet, it felt relieving. Someone had her back. Brianna flushed with anger but didn't argue further. She stormed off, muttering, her friends trailing behind. The murmurs of the cafeteria settled into stunned silence. Jae-min exhaled slowly, turning toward Amara. Are you okay? She nodded, a small smile tugging at her lips. I'm fine. Thanks for speaking up. He shrugged, rubbing the back of his neck nervously. It was nothing. I just didn't like seeing you targeted. Not nothing, she said softly. It meant a lot. They spent the rest of the lunch quietly, working on their project, exchanging glances and small smiles. The weight of the drama around them didn't disappear, but it no longer mattered. After school, they met by the big oak tree behind the campus, a quiet spot away from prying eyes. Jae-min fidgeted slightly, gathering courage. Amara, he began, voice soft. I wanted to say, I like you, more than just as a partner for the project. Amara blinked, surprised. You like me? Yes, he said, meeting her eyes. I've wanted to tell you for days, but I wasn't sure how. And then yesterday, when Brianna tried to intimidate you, I realized I can't stay silent anymore. Her chest fluttered. You really mean that? He nodded firmly. I do. Every word. For a moment, silence stretched between them, filled with anticipation and unspoken emotions. Then Amara's lips curved into a genuine smile. I like you too, she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. Jae-min's face lit up, relief flooding through him. You do. Yes, she said, her eyes sparkling. But not because of anyone else. Only because you're real, and I can tell you're honest, even when everyone else is pretending. He took a step closer, holding her hand gently. I promise, I'll always be honest with you, and I'll always have your back. Her heart raced as she felt the sincerity in his words. I'll hold you to that, she said softly. The next few weeks were blissful but challenging. Brianna and her friends tried multiple times to stir drama, but every attempt failed. Jae-min and Amara had built a connection that couldn't be shaken by whispers or rumors. One afternoon, as the sun dipped low in the sky, they sat under their oak tree, sharing laughs and quiet moments. Jae-min turned to her, his expression tender. You know, he said softly, I didn't come here expecting any of this. I thought I'd just be the new kid, survive a few weeks, and blend in. Amara laughed softly. And yet, here you are, standing up for me, falling for me, and making everyone else jealous. He smiled sheepishly. I couldn't help it. You're different, and I couldn't ignore it. She tilted her head, eyes playful. Different how? Strong, honest, confident. Real, he said, voice earnest. Everything I didn't know I needed until I met you. Elena. Amara's chest fluttered again at the sound of his sincerity. Laughed softly, shaking her head. You make it sound so easy. It's not easy, he admitted. But it's worth it. She smiled, leaning into him slightly. Then it's a good thing I like challenges. He chuckled, brushing a strand of hair from her face. Me too. The moment was tender and quiet, the chaos of the school world far behind them. For once, it was just the two of them. As they stood to leave, Jae-min held her hand gently. Amara, thank you for being yourself, for not falling for the drama, for letting me in. She squeezed his hand. And thank you for seeing me when no one else did. They walked home side by side, fingers intertwined, laughter mingling with the golden light of the sunset. The story of the new Korean boy and the black girl who didn't chase him had come full circle. All the girls had been obsessed with him, but he only wanted her, and she only wanted him. If you enjoyed this story, Make sure to hit that like button, comment below your favorite moment, and subscribe for more captivating stories just like this. Your support helps bring these characters to life and keeps the drama and emotions flowing. See you in the next episode.